1:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. The government has paid attention to reduce the prices of MOP or Bandi fertilizer by 4,500 rupees for the Yala season cultivation. Dr. Jayaruwan Bandara of the Homagama Hospital says that the decision taken by the President on the evaluation of the GCE A-level examination paper marking is commendable. A request has been made by a Chinese company to provide 100,000 monkeys for exhibition and breeding purposes. The proposals to approve the extended fund facility of the IMF will be debated on the 26th, 27th and the 28th of this month in Parliament. The security has been strengthened in all Muslim mosques in Akurana, Kandy. Foreign news: dozens die in Ramadan crush in Yemen's capital Sana'a. News in detail. Minister Mahinda Amaraveera says that the government has paid attention to reduce the prices of MOP or Bandi fertilizer by 4,500 rupees for the Yala season cultivation. A discussion in this regard was held at the cabinet meeting recently. This decision has been taken to provide concessions for the farmer community as the current price of a kilogram of MOP fertilizer is selling at 18,500 rupees. Dr. Jayaruwan Bandara of the Homagama Hospital says that the decision taken by the President on the evaluation of GCE A-level examination paper marking is commendable. The groups who obtain their education by taxes of people are obstructing the education of the children and it cannot be approved. Participating in the Dasadesin Hada program of the SLBC, he said that all should get together against the groups who try to put the children into difficulties without engaging in evaluation activities of answer scripts of the people. A request has been made by a Chinese company to provide 100,000 monkeys for exhibition and breeding purposes. Secretary to the Ministry of Agriculture Somaratna Vidanapatrana said that a study will be conducted whether the ambassador of China and the Chinese government has provided legal education in this regard. The monkey populations in the country has exceeded 2.5 million. More information have revealed that extensive damage have been caused to the crop cultivation by these monkeys. Therefore, attention was paid to the request. Measures will be taken to get the cabinet approval by establishing a relevant committee in the matter. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The proposals to approve the extended finance facility of the IMF will be debated on the 26th, 27th and the 28th of this month in Parliament. This decision has been taken at the Parliamentary Committee meeting conducted under the patronage of the Deputy Speaker Ajith Rajapaksa this morning. The Parliament will meet from the 25th to the 28th of this month. An ordinary Gazette notification has been issued declaring a maximum retail price for eggs. Chairman of the Consumer Affairs Authority, Shanta Niriyala, had issued the relevant Gazette notification with effect from today. Accordingly, the maximum retail price of a white egg has been set at 44 rupees and a brown egg at 46 rupees. Also, the maximum retail price for a kilogram of white eggs has been set at 880 rupees and the maximum retail price for a kilogram of brown eggs has been set at 920 rupees. And that ends local news for now.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The security has been strengthened in all Muslim mosques in Akurana in Kandy, and this decision has been taken according to the information received to the hotline number 118 regarding a plan of an attack. The OIC of the Alawatugada police station, P. Gunathilaka, said that police and army officials have been deployed for the security of these mosques. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Moving on to Watchlight. Secretary to the Community Medical Unit of the Government Ayurveda Doctors Association, Senaka Gamage, says that there is a high risk of heart disease these days due to the prevailing heat climatic situation in the country. People may suffer heat cramps, exhaustion and continuing activity in the heat or sun could lead to heat stroke. Especially people who are working in outdoors should be more careful. And that came to you in Watchlight. Now moving on to a bulletin of world news. In the headlines, dozens die in Ramadan crush in Yemen's capital Sana'a. Criminal Records Service still disrupted 4 weeks after hack. And the UN says India is set to overtake China to become the most populous country in the world. At least 78 people have been killed in a crash at a school in the Yemeni capital Sana'a during a distribution of charity for Ramadan, officials say. Video footage on social media shows chaotic scenes after the incident in Bab al-Yaman area in the city. Reuters news agency reports that hundreds of people crowded into the school to receive donations, which amounted to about $9 per person. Houthi rebels have run the city since they drove out the government in 2015. The body that manages criminal records in the UK is still facing disruption nearly a month after cyber attack. The Acro Criminal Records Office provides records to police, exchanges them internationally, and processes certificates for people wishing to work with children or gain immigration visas. It took its website and application portal offline when the hack was detected on 21st of March. Staff has been increased to deal with email applications, but delays persist. India is set to overtake China to become the most populous country in the world by the middle of this year, data released by the United Nations shows. India's population is expected to reach 1.4286 billion to 2.9 million more than its neighbor on 1.4257 billion. The Asian nations have accounted for more than a third of the global population for over 70 years. China's birth rate has plunged recently, with its population shrinking last year for the first time since 1961. And back to the headlines of the world news. Dozens die in Ramadan crash in Yemen's capital Sana'a. Criminal Records Service still disrupted 4 weeks after hack. And the UN says India is set to overtake China to become the most populous country in the world. And that ends World News.
Development News.
The government has paid attention to use mineral resources in Mahavali zones for the development activities in the country. The objective of this move is to enhance the economy of the people. A discussion in this regard was held at the Ministry of Irrigation with the participation of Minister Roshan Ranasinghe. And that was Development News. Now moving on to sports. 7-member junior athletic team will take part in the 5th Asian Youth Athletics Championships, which is scheduled to be held from the 27th to the 30th of April in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Lesandu Aravindu, the high jumper of DS Senaka Vidyalaya Colombo, who won the bronze medal, and Kasuni Nirmali Wickramasinghe, the 800-meter runner from Vikramabahu National School, Gampola, who won the silver medal in the same meet last year, once again have a good chance to win the medals, and their experience is more important, said Vice President of Sri Lanka Athletics Chandana Ekanayaka, who is the manager of this junior team. This is a good opportunity to show their juniors' talent, and they had good preparation under the observation of Sri Lanka Athletic headed by retired Major General Palitha Fernando. One of the most competitive big matches played in Sri Lanka, the 89th edition of the Battle of the Saints, powered by Dialogue Asiata PLC, played between Premier Catholic Boys School St. Joseph's College Colombo and St. Peter's College Colombo for the Reverend Father Maurice Legault Trophy will be battled in its full glory at the SSC on the 28th and 29th of this month. And that was sports news.
Go ekak tiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දඟපු ගීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Sri Lanka's premier connectivity provider, Dialog Axiata PLC, together with the engineering faculty of the Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology, hosted Industry Symposium 2023 at the SLIIT campus premises in Malabé. This event aimed to bring together pioneers from various industries to discuss and explore current industrial challenges and to create an environment for effective collaboration with academia for the purpose of developing new and innovative solutions. And that was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go එකක් තියන youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු ගින හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Economic news, courtesy of
LONC Finance is taking the power of innovation to the next level, winning 5 golds at the Technovation Awards 2022, leading the digital revolution with cutting-edge interbanking digital payments. LONC Finance claims the overall gold award, whilst also claiming an extraordinary victory in digital banking.
On to economic news. Insi Sangstar Cement, the most recognized and sought-after brand of Portland composite cement in Sri Lanka, received a resounding vote of confidence from consumers at the recently concluded SLIM Kanta Slim Kanta People's Awards 2022, receiving the award for People's Housing and Construction Brand of the Year for the 11th consecutive year. And that was economic news.
LONC Finance is taking the power of innovation to the next level, winning 5 golds at the Technovation Awards 2022, leading the digital revolution with cutting-edge interbanking digital payments. LONC Finance claims the overall gold award, whilst also claiming an extraordinary victory in digital banking. LONC Finance will continue to innovate with the next generation digitalization of financial services, delivering a superior customer experience.
Weather report.
Showers or thundershowers will occur at several places in the western, Sabaragamuwa Central, northwestern and in the Galle and Mathura districts during the afternoon or night. And that was the weather report. And prior to concluding this news broadcast, the headlines once again. The government has paid attention to reduce the prices of MOP or Bandi fertilizer by 4,500 rupees for the yellow season cultivation. Dr. Jairuan Bandara of the Homagama Hospital says that the decision taken by the President on the evaluation of GCE A-level examination paper marking is commendable. A request has been made by the Chinese company to provide 100,000 monkeys for exhibition and breeding purposes. The proposal to approve the extended finance facility of the IMF will be debated on the 26th, 27th and 28th of this month in Parliament. The security has been strengthened in all Muslim mosques in Akuran area in Kandy. Foreign news, dozens die in Ramadan crush in Yemen's capital Sana'a. And with that we end this news broadcast from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.